NBC7 News at 11 begins with breaking news.
Breaking news tonight across San Diego, an underground explosion knocked out power to hundreds of people in downtown and evacuated restaurants.
In Bankers Hill, we just got new video of the damaged apartment building where a gunman was holed up for 5 hours today. But we begin with a standoff in Pacific Beach where a woman was just arrested.
So this happened in the 3900 block of Ingram Street. And now police say this is connected to a deadly police shooting that happened just 5 blocks away earlier. NBC7's Candace Wynn has the latest. Candace?
Mark and Catherine, that woman surrendered only about an hour ago after this SWAT standoff that lasted for a couple of hours here in this apartment complex. Behind me here, you're looking at where officers in full gear entered, and they came out with that woman, and she was in handcuffs, led out, and said this to our camera.
Officers killed my husband today, unarmed.
And that is the suspect led out, saying officers killed my husband today unarmed. She is referring to the fatal officer involved shooting this afternoon blocks away that claimed the life of a 47-year-old man who she refers to as her husband. Police say the two were on the run from Missouri, both wanted felons and believed to have at least one handgun. Now, the standoff here forced dozens of residents to evacuate. And again, this is connected to that officer-involved shooting involving her husband blocks away, where gunfire rang out. Those are the gunshots that killed that 47-year-old man in an alley off Jewel Street near Grand Avenue. Again, only about a half-mile from where we're standing right now. Police say that man was wanted for multiple felony financial crimes. The woman from earlier, she had narcotic warrants on her. An officer spotted that man in Pacific Beach, went after him when a chase started, and during that chase, police say the suspect reached towards his pocket, and that's when the officer fired, killing that man. So back out here live, police officers just did a press conference, and they did not say whether they have found a weapon here or at that other scene. They said that doesn't mean there wasn't one involved, but that they're still looking. They say this scene and the other one close by are still very active and will continue to be into the night. Reporting live from Pacific Beach, Candace Wynn, NBC7.
And this standoff started around 8 tonight, and viewers first learned about it through our NBC7 mobile app. Remember, as breaking news happens, when NBC7 is not on the air, we are always keeping you up to date with our free NBC7 mobile app.
And more breaking news tonight in downtown San Diego. An underground explosion forces neighborhood businesses to evacuate, closes streets, causes power outages. You can see, if you look closely there, the steam coming out from under a manhole cover. It's there in the bottom left of your screen.
NBC7's Dave Summers is live at J Street and 6th Avenue for us. Dave.
SDG&E crews, Mark and Catherine, say they'll be working another 8 to 10 hours underneath 6th Avenue to repair the damage. This electrical explosion, which happened in a vault below just after the dinner hour, has made for some tense moments here in the Gaslamp Quarter.
We had evacuated the area for safety in case there was a further explosion, and wanted to make sure that there was no fragmentation or any pieces of the vault that got displaced for everybody's safety.
Most hotel and restaurant guests saw only the lights flicker intermittently and then go out, but it was a powerful explosion that caused it so powerful it dislodged a concrete vault under the street by residents in just 2 blocks from Petco Park. The manhole cover and surrounding concrete was raised above the asphalt. Fire investigators blame aging infrastructure for a wire that failed and caused the explosion. Some 900 SDG&E customers in the area lost power, including the hotel. 100 people were evacuated. Several bars and restaurants were temporarily closed. Add the police standoff in Bankers Hill involving a man with an assault rifle keeping police at bay all afternoon, and you have one distressing day for San Diego visitors.
We have a lot of tourists in, and they all said it was a very eventful day. Everybody's laughing, kind of like luckily everything was okay in the end, but they a story to tell, I guess.
Power has been restored to the lobby here at Residence Inn, but not to the rooms. We're being told that if guests wanted to go to sleep before power was returned, they're being escorted to the rooms by flashlight. Reporting live in the Gaslamp Quarter, I'm Dave Summers, NBC 7.
All right, thanks so much, Dave. Now to a developing story. Tonight, we go inside the Bankers Hill condo of a man who lives right next door to where a gunman holed up for hours today. Police say Titus Nathan Colbert fired shots at them throughout that long standoff. A scary day for neighbors, for sure, but nobody was hurt. NBC7's Omari Fleming is in Bankers Hill tonight with a look at how one man made it through such a dangerous situation, Omari.
Very dangerous indeed, Catherine, and those shots were fired from the 6th floor of this condo complex you see right here behind me. Tom New, as you mentioned, lives right next door to where that shooter was holed up. Police say the gunman had 2 weapons on him, a handgun and also an assault rifle. New says one of those bullet holes from the guns, way too close for comfort.
It's terrifying.
Tom New's sense of safety shattered by this bullet that ripped a hole through the wall of his balcony.
It's right at face level. We sit here all the time, drink coffee, watch airplanes, watch the beautiful view of this safe city, and it's terrifying to be in my own home and know that somebody had assault rifles next door.
New's Banker Hill condo shares a wall with the unit where a gunman was holed up, sporadically firing gunshots, triggering a 5-hour SWAT standoff.
There was shot after shot after shot.
Police locked the area down as a precaution, keeping residents in their homes. New took cover in his bathroom.
I thought I got to get somewhere the safest place I can be, and I could hear police all over the place, sirens, so I got in my bathtub.
The gunman, identified by police as 33-year-old Titus Nathan Colbert from Las Vegas. This is video of him surrendering and being taken into custody after the standoff police say started as a domestic disturbance call. Investigators say Colbert was armed with an assault rifle and nearly shot an officer.
As soon as they entered the residence, they were met with gunfire. One of the rounds just narrowly missed one of our police officers.
For the first time since the standoff, New back at home to pick up his cat. Thankful to the SWAT members who saved him from the potentially deadly situation.
Immediately walked me out of the unit, and I started to thank them, because I was so anxious about it. And they told me, be quiet, be quiet. One man to the next handed me down, immediately down. Within seconds, I was downstairs.
And Titus Colbert facing multiple charges, including trying to kill a San Diego police officer. Now, police say this whole incident started when his ex-girlfriend called them saying that Titus may be in her condo unit. Neighbors say they don't know either of them very well at all. Reporting live in Bankers Hill, Omari Fleming, NBC7.
All right, what a day. Thank you so much, Omari. So NBC7 pulled court records on Titus Colbert Jr., and we discovered he is a documented member of a Skyline neighborhood gang with a serious criminal record. Most recently, the 33-year-old pleaded guilty to selling illegal narcotics. That was in 2012, and for that, he served a year in custody. He was originally charged with 5 felonies in that case, including selling ecstasy to an undercover officer in Mission Gorge. One other piece of information on Colbert. A source in the legal community tells NBC7 that he is the brother of convicted killer Tecumseh Colbert. Tecumseh is currently on death row for 2 murders that happened in 2004. This standoff also interrupted traffic at San Diego's Lindbergh Airport today. Here's some video from inside the airport showing all the traveler stuff. Incoming flights were diverted for about 2 hours because police were worried that planes might come right in range of the gunman's bullets. Tonight, several flights in and out of Lindbergh are still delayed or canceled.
An update to a Mira Mesa accident we brought you as breaking news at 6 o'clock tonight. San Diego police tell NBC7 that a pedestrian who was hit by a vehicle on Black Mountain Road in Capricorn luckily only has minor injuries. The vehicle did stop at the scene. After an investigation, the driver was not cited for the incident.
Last night about this time we were talking about wild weather. It's a little bit calmer tonight, Dagmar.
It is. We did have just a few showers pass through the region, so that was really about it. There's the loop of the last 3 hours, so a few sprinkles here and there, and that's really about it. Looking at the sweeping arm of the radar right now, that's it. Yes, a big change from what we did experience last night. However, tonight is when we'll feel the temperatures dropping, so on the backside of that rain, the colder pool of air settles in. 54 along the coast, clear, breezy, 44 inland, mostly clear and breezy there. Mountains, Julian, you'll be dipping down into the low and the mid-30s, a 20% chance of showers, maybe some wintry mix still falling if that shower activity falls over those mountains. The deserts in the low 50s, mostly clear, cool and breezy. I'll be back in just a few moments. We're going to look ahead to what is going to be a pretty nice week.
So it turns out San Diego's disgraced former mayor isn't serving out his probation in San Diego anymore, where Bob Filner is living now after the sexual harassment scandal.
And a Saudi prince accused of sexually harassing women at a Southern California mansion. What he hired those women to do and their new legal move against him tonight.
Also, we'll show you more of this video just released showing people cutting the kennel locks inside a California animal shelter, what they managed to get away with. Former San Diego Mayor Bob Filner moved to L.A. and is serving his probation there, according to a report from UT San Diego. Filner pleaded guilty to felony false imprisonment and misdemeanor charges in a sexual harassment scandal. You'll recall he served 90 days house arrest. Well, the UT says court records show last fall a judge granted his request for a case transfer up to L.A. His probation ends next December. Attorney Gloria Allred represented some of the women involved and told NBC7 tonight, quote, perhaps he wanted to move to Los Angeles because he thinks that Angelenos will be less aware of his reprehensible conduct than San Diegans are.
In the North County, a dispatcher at the Camp Pendleton Fire Department has been arrested on multiple child pornography-related charges. 52-year-old William Francis Walsh was arrested last night by Escondido police and members of the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. He is a civilian employee of Camp Pendleton. Officials say detectives were able to get child pornography from Walsh back in June. Later, a collection of child pornography photos and videos were found on his computer. Walsh has now posted a $400,000 bail and is no longer in custody.
Next month, a deaf man will be sentenced after driving into a crowd during last year's Comic-Con. Today, the jury found Matthew Paci guilty. He could get 3 years in prison, but he could also be sentenced to just probation. Jurors found him guilty of reckless driving for plowing through the zombie walk crowd. The jury foreman tells NBC7 it was a difficult decision, and he even offered a message to Paci.
Best of luck in your future. You know, what else can you hope for? It's just tough because of the outcome. I mean, there's a person that's pretty badly injured still after so many surgeries, and this man's kind of scarred in a way that, you know, everybody would suffer. He's going to maybe, I don't know what they're going to do to him.
Paci's car ran over a woman's arm, the woman in pink there. The prosecution said Paci was frustrated and angry while waiting for the crowd to clear. The defense said Paci was scared of people pounding on the window with his family in the car. Sentencing is December 11th. He is free until then.
San Diego police need your help in identifying a man who assaulted a woman inside the Target at Balboa Avenue in Genesee. It happened on Halloween. Police say this man asked a woman for a date. When she refused, he touched her thigh, and then he reached in her shorts and grabbed her buttocks. Police say the suspect is 40 to 45 years old and about 6 foot to 6 foot 3 inches tall. Anyone in Oceanside who wants to sell or serve liquor will now have to pass an educational course. The City Council voted unanimously tonight to require training for owners, managers, and employees of businesses that sell alcohol. The council hopes it will help prevent alcohol-related deaths and accidents by training workers to better identify when not to serve alcohol to a customer.
The San Diego Coast Guard came to the rescue of 2 overturned kayakers this morning off the coast of Point La Jolla. A Jayhawk helicopter responded to the distress call and lowered a lifeguard watercraft to save the kayakers. Both kayakers had on life vests and they were not hurt.
In Orange County, Uber driver is suing over an alleged attack caught on video. You may have seen it. Driver Edward Caban filed a $25,000 lawsuit Tuesday saying that during a ride in Costa Mesa, 32-year-old Benjamin Golden was told to get out of the car because between passing out in the back seat, he was too drunk to give directions. Golden is a former executive for Taco Bell. Video is still tough to watch. Caban is suing now after Golden became enraged and started hitting him. Caban eventually turned around and then sprayed pepper spray in his face till police got there. Golden is also, by the way, being charged by the Orange County District Attorney.
3 women have filed a civil lawsuit against a Saudi prince accusing him of sexually harassing them in a Southern California mansion. The women say 29-year-old Majid Abdulaziz Al Saud sexually assaulted them during a party at a Beverly Hills mansion in September. The women were hired to clean the house and provide food services. Their lawyer thinks more people at that party were victimized. Al Saud's attorney calls the allegations baseless. Tonight, police in Hemet say they have found a man who ran away from them with a handcuff dangling from his wrist. NBC7 first brought you the story at 11 last night. Police say they used surveillance video to help find 19-year-old Kenneth Hurtado. Officers were responding to a call about a suspicious car when they say that Hurtado got into a fight with an officer and then took off with that handcuff dangling. Police say when they searched the car, they ended up finding at least 3 handguns and a 3-foot-long machete.
So a search is underway for some suspects who broke into a San Bernardino animal shelter and then stole an animal. You can see in the surveillance video there is a white car that enters and then starts circling around the parking lot. 2 people get out and end up cutting a hole in the fence to get inside. Police say they then cut locks on kennels for 6 dogs who were running loose and then left with 1 dog that is a pit bull mix. News of the stolen dog angered visitors to the shelter today.
I don't know who would steal the dogs. I would assume it's for something bad if they're just taking them when they could just adopt them.
Right now, investigators are working on a possible lead. They are not sure if the suspects were taking their dog back or if they wanted to adopt the dog but simply could not afford it.
Authorities now confirm the mysterious shooting death of an Illinois police officer was actually a staged suicide. You may remember his death set off a huge manhunt last month. Officer Joe Glinowitz had radioed in that he was chasing 3 men before he turned up shot to death in a remote area. Turns out Glinowitz thought he was about to be busted for stealing from the Community Explorer unit he led, one that mentors young people who want to pursue law enforcement.
Thousands of dollars were used by Glinowitz for personal purchases, travel expenses, mortgage payments.
Investigators filtered through thousands of text messages, emails, and financial documents to figure out what really happened.
A strike on Cal State University campuses here in San Diego could be looming. The union that represents faculty, counselors, librarians, and coaches at the 23 schools has voted to authorize a strike if negotiations fail. That includes San Diego State and Cal State San Marcos. Teachers want a 5% pay raise along with a pay bump based on years of service. The university is offering raises of 2%.
A warning tonight for folks in the North County about a scam that's going around. The Vista Sheriff Station and Valley Center substation say they're getting reports of callers pretending to be the IRS. They reportedly threaten people with an arrest or lawsuit if they don't pay up. They sometimes know some pretty personal information, and they also alter the caller ID. But officials have this reminder out there tonight. These calls are definitely not real.
Councilman David Alvarez is calling on the city of San Diego now to declare a state of emergency ahead of the expected El Nino conditions. The call for action was prompted by last night's storm that brought rain, hail, thunder, lightning, and flooding. With more rain expected this winter, Councilman Alvarez believes we are not prepared, and he doesn't want residents dealing with bad conditions. They say happen every time we get this kind of rainfall.
So every time it rains, we shut it. The channel filled last night, so the residents slept with their clothes on. In the event that the water was going to come through, they would be ready to go.
Bill Harris with the City Storm Department says city crews have cleared nearly 30,000 drains just over the past year and have taken 14,000 tons of debris out of channels. He says they are continuing to work to prepare for the winter.
New tonight, a couple is under arrest on human smuggling charges after San Diego Border Patrol found undocumented immigrants hiding inside their motorhome. Yesterday, agents stopped them on Interstate 8 near Crestwood Road. K9 alerted agents. They then searched this motorhome here. They found 4 Mexican citizens hidden under a bed. The men were trapped. They needed help getting out. All right, let's switch gears now. Talk about something fun. How about a giveaway for tickets for a Chargers game?
That's right. The winner coming up next on NBC7.
And we're going to talk about what is still going on outside just a little bit. And then we'll talk about what's going on for the weekend. Boy, you're going to want to hear this. That's all coming up after the break.
Okay, time now to find out which viewer is going to this Monday's Chargers game against the Chicago Bears.
You gotta pause for that. Congratulations to Neil T. You and a friend or whoever you want to take, really, you're going to Qualcomm this Monday night.
We think that you're going to change the luck of the team.
We hope so.
So it's all on your shoulder.
Good luck with that, Neil T.
If you didn't win, don't worry. NBC7 is giving away more tickets. Starting right now, you can enter to win tickets to see the Kansas City Chiefs play the Chargers on Sunday, November 22nd. Just go to facebook.com/NBC San Diego and follow the links. Then watch NBC7 News at 11 to see if you won.
All right, good luck. Now let's talk about the weather.
which isn't, it's still nice. I think people are enjoying today a lot better than they were yesterday, of course.
Yeah.
Yesterday, big issues. Today, oh, just a few lingering showers here and there, and a couple folks calling in saying, is this going to last long? No, it's not. So just a few sprinkles still passing through the region. There's a loop of the last 3 hours, so don't worry. Tonight will not be anything like last night. That's about all that happened. So looking at the sweeping arm again of the radar right now, searching for anything, not finding anything. Maybe a sprinkle or two might be left over the mountains and the coastal slopes for tonight, but that's a minimum chance at best. Here's the Futurecast cloud model. This is 3 a.m. Notice any cloud cover? Nope, that's what I'm telling you. There's a very slight chance that any of that cloud cover that might form could produce a sprinkle or two. Through 6 a.m., you'll wake up to mostly sunny skies, a bright and a crisp start to your day, leading to a beautiful mid and late morning. By the time you get to the noon hour, sunny, warm, keeps warming up because we got plenty of sunshine through those afternoon hours. So your highs for tomorrow, how's this for a beautiful November day? Mostly sunny across the board. The coast will see the low 70s. The inland areas will see the low 70s. You're all under mostly sunny skies. Mountains, you're looking at the mid 50s there. That's gorgeous. Now it's a little cool, so if you are planning on heading out, and you've heard us talk about how beautiful those fall colors are in the mountains at elevation right now, bring a jacket. That's your high. So the low 50s into the mid 50s. Sunny, very crisp out there. Beautiful fall day. The deserts also in the low 70s. Very sunny, very mild. So take a look at the coast and the valleys and your 7-day forecast. We will continue to feel just about perfect weather over the next 4 to maybe 5 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, temperatures for those coastal communities in the low to the mid 70s. You might warm up into the mid and upper 70s in the inland valleys, but not much more than that. Then Monday night through Tuesday, looks like another system here might bring us a chance for showers. That'll momentarily lower those temperatures to back down into the low 70s. Not much worse than that. That's still perfect. Mountains and deserts, again, keep in mind tomorrow, Julian, you will have temperatures in those low to the mid 50s. Maybe Palomar and Mount Laguna, because of your elevation being up there about 1,500 feet. On top of that, you're going to be looking at probably about the upper 40s for your high tomorrow. So a brisk day at elevation, but still a really pretty one. You'll end up seeing those temperatures in Ocotillo and Borrego in the low 70s. Then look at Saturday and Sunday. How perfect is that for Julian? Low 60s in the mountains. About 80 degrees in the deserts. That's also pretty nice. Same story. Monday night through Tuesday, you folks in the mountains, not so much the deserts, have a chance of showers moving in through your neck of the woods. And there you go. We do have some really, really nice weather. Doesn't matter what month you would place this in, but putting it in November, this is exceptionally nice weather that we're in store for.
Yeah, it sure is. Thank you.
Good point. Bears next.
Yes, Bears next. But you guys remember last year when A.J. Preller and the Padres hijacked all the sports headlines?
Right.
Yes.
He has a chance to do that again coming up real quick. The first big decision A.J. has on his plate and what he might do coming up next.
The NBC7 Sports Desk is sponsored by your San Diego County Nissan dealers.
So the Chargers play the Bears on Monday Night Football, and head coach Mike McCoy called Wednesday a bonus day. These days, that means the Chargers did not lose a game or a player to injury. It's been a bad season. Of course, the latest setback, wide receiver Keenan Allen, who's been playing at an all-pro level, missing the rest of the year with a lacerated kidney. His absence and the release of Jacoby Jones means Javonte Herndon gets a chance to make his regular season NFL debut. The rookie already taken first-string punt return duties, and although he hasn't worked a whole lot with them, quarterback Phillip Rivers says Herndon can make plays in the passing game.
Yeah, I mean, Javonte, shoot, he's earned an opportunity over the last year and a half, and you've seen him obviously play well in the preseason games when he's gotten a shot. So he knows it well. He loves it. He's a smart guy, and he'll do a fine job.
The Padres have a decision to make on all-star outfielder Justin Upton. They have until Friday to make him what's called a qualifying offer, which this year almost $16 million. Now they're almost certainly going to do that. If he shocks the world and accepts it, great. You get the guy for one more year at a decent price. But no player in baseball the last 2 seasons has accepted a qualifying offer. So Upton's likely going to go and test free agency, and that's where things get dicey. Should they back up the Brinks truck and give the guy $100 million plus, or look elsewhere for a left fielder? A.J. Preller has some tough decisions to make go. Clippers and Warriors, two of the last three undefeated teams in the NBA. Meeting up in Oakland, fourth quarter, DeAndre Jordan sends it out to Chris Paul, led the Clips to 24 points. But Stephen Curry, how fun is this guy to watch? Igniting the Oracle, 31 points, 7 3-pointers. Warriors win 112-108. San Diego native Luke Walton now 5-0 as interim head coach in Oakland. Remember when the Anaheim Ducks were mighty? They're getting there again. Coach Bruce Boudreau looking nervous. Parent club of the San Diego Gulls down 2-1 against Florida, but with 5 seconds left in regulation, Corey Perry picks a nice time to get his first goal of the year. What took so long? Ducks win in a shootout 3-2. It is their third win of the season. And Phil Mickelson decided to part ways with his longtime swing coach Butch Harmon. Over the past 8 years together, Phil won a dozen tournaments, including 2 majors. Phil thinks so highly of Harmon, he says he should be in the World Golf Hall of Fame, along with Phil Mickelson. And he's probably right.
All right. Thank you. Coming up on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Aziz Ansari is on tonight. So is Christy Brinkley, and players Eric Hosmer and Salvador Perez from the 2015 World Series champion Kansas City Royals.
Victory lap continues.
Yep.
That does it for us. Thanks very much for staying up with us. Have a great night.
See you tomorrow.